Uh,
Black as we.
whoa, black as you, black as hell.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yeah, Savage AF, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter.
Yeah.
We here for you guys. I'm your boy Black Pedro. This dude.
I'm Shang.
That's okay. Got a lot of joy in you today. I feel it.
Lot of exuberance.
Yeah, man.
And I don't use that word exuberance that often. It's rare.
You really don't. Savage AF, man. Listen, we are a show that talks politics, hot topics, and current events in an I don't give a fluff kind of style. We are grown men who curse a lot, but they tell us don't do it in the first 5 minutes. So
let's just before you start throwing the blame game around, I'm gonna tell you who's using profanity more than I do. Okay, out of this partnership of evil and crime, it is definitely me.
Yeah,
it's me, and I don't want him to feel like it's me. I use a lot of flarf and flarn and flaff and flarn and flaff, and I call people mother flarners, and I call women mother flarners, even though they're not mother flarners. I just don't like. I don't like the language the way it is. It got to be spicy.
Spice to it, man. But just know that we are bringing the spice to you guys Monday through Friday, typically 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically. And you can catch us live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously.
And once you get there, if you look below on the screen, you'll see where it says subscribe to youtube.com/C/SavageAF World. You see it with your eyes. Don't act like you can't see it. And once you go there, you click on it like this. Babadoo.
Make sure you make all the noises and sound effects too.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, man. Yeah,
Also,
make sure you subscribe, get notified.
And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with a few comments either.
Engage.
Yes, make sure you do that.
Some of you, though, aren't, that's specifically on YouTube where you can find all our shows archived. Some of you aren't into that. Maybe the feds have shut you down and kicked you off of YouTube. Who knows? But that's what Facebook is for. They don't really have rules.
There's no rules.
Savage A dot. You want to put a dot there? F dot. Another one there. Savage A dot F dot. And you can find us on Facebook that way.
Yes, definitely on Facebook. And if Facebook doesn't give a damn, so it's like basically when you hear 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. It's like that. It's no rules or anything. Kind of like government is doing right now. Like how the government is apparently there's no rules or corruption or anything like that. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
Yeah, no, that's how the government goes nowadays. More important than YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, I said it, guys. I said it. Instagram. Although I am banned from going live or purchasing ads right now, 4 more days left. You still got to follow us on Instagram because we're comedians, and without followings, they don't consider us humans. The algorithm does not recognize us
at all.
At Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang on Instagram. There's also the twin cousin app of Instagram called Threads. Same name, different game. Also, get up on Blue Sky, y'all. It's the
I still didn't make the graphic for that. I got to make a beautiful graphic for Blue Sky.
And for those who don't know, Blue Sky is basically like X, but with brains.
And without the fascism, racism, and a
whole bunch
of finger plucking you're in the butthole.
Yeah. Keep your thumb out your anus. Savage AF, forget your feelings. Facts matter. Hey, without you guys out there in viewer land, we'd be nothing, guys. This would just be a Zoom call between 2 Negroes. So I do want to give a shout out to all the bricks out there helping us build this building. Gina Amerson, Sandy English.
Is that LG?
LG. Ms. O. Williams. I see all y'all. And Lady Hazel May, come with it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being here. LG says curse words are sentence enhancers. Well, you know what? Let's get to enhancing in this bitch. Savage AF, man, fuck your feelings. Facts matter.
Hey. What kind of... Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it.
We 5 minutes in. Fuck it.
Yeah. We
Fuck
start
your feelings,
we just
facts
start going
matter.
crazy. We just start going crazy. Yeah, motherfucker. Fuck shit. Yeah. So
Just welcome to this Tourette segment of the show. Yeah, guys, let's get into it, man. It is Monday, December 16th, 2024. Can you believe it? Christmas is next week. God damn. That being said, man, we might as well just get into the show for y'all. I know that I wanted to bring y'all a little story because, for some years now, the GOP had this whole impeachment case that they wanted to build against Joseph Robinette Biden because of some bribery scheme in Ukraine with Burisma, some energy, whatever, man. Well, the main dude that they were relying on for the testimony in the story lied. It's a lying.
liar. Boom, boom, boom. That's the
Yeah,
remix. I didn't know if you said lie, and I wanted to hit him
yeah.
with the remix.
But in the meantime, in between time, before we get into that, it does seem like America is shooting for the record here, as we've experienced another mass shooting.
Wow, we out of all of the countries, we're like number one. No, I mean we
That's the
really
one thing we're number one at for sure.
we're number one. It's weird. We're not number one in education. We're not number one in life expectancy apparently, and now we're number one. But we're number one in mass shootings and fatalities from automatic weapons.
Yeah, gun violence in general, we're pretty good at that, at least. If you guys want to go ahead and have some national pride, that's
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Last season we didn't do a lot of the things we could have did. We didn't, go in there and really work hard. But this year we said, you know what? We're going to surpass it. But in actuality, and I'm going to let y'all know something. This is a correlation that I didn't just make up. Just say some Oliver Stone shit. While Trump was in office, more mass shootings happened than while Biden was in. It has been in office. But now that Trump is, our next president, violence has increased.
Are you touching your desk? Because your microphone makes
Oh.
a noise every time you do.
Okay, I was touching my desk.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is do this instead. Since Trump has won the presidency, and we know he's going to be president, violence has increased. While Trump was president, violence increased then. Mass shootings, violence to that. And you can check if you want to.
If you want to. Okay. But that being said, in Wisconsin, there's a mass shooting at a school. To be honest, I don't have the details. For me, this is just more about and another one, the frequency of it, and our government's seemingly lack of giving a fuck. Like, there's nothing we can do about gun. It's just, the GOP says this all the time. It's just kind of something that happens. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen anywhere else like this, bro. Like, obviously, there is something unique about the United States of America that causes, like Shane said, for this to happen more than anywhere else in the world.
Think about that, y'all. Think about the amount of mass shootings that we've had where we would have them in a month, back to back to back to back. I said it before, we're the DJ Khaled of mass shootings. That's what we are.
And how you going to be number one in mass shootings and the worst at healthcare? Gene Amerson says we're number one in medical debt. So you go to the mall, you get shot, the insurance company won't cover it, and you can't get the bullet out your ass if you survive.
Right. You don't have the money for the bullet retrieval.
Yeah. So, or if you do get the bullet out your ass, it's going to cost you your house. Okay. So this is the game we play in America. Give crazy guy guns, send them to the mall or the school, shoot everybody. Don't give them health care to cover it. And if they do get the bullets out their ass, boom, you're bankrupt.
By the way, the people in Wisconsin, there were 6 people. They had to rush to the 6 people. They had to rush to the hospital. They said they caught the guy, but I'm going to do this. Who you think it is? White or black? Come on now.
Oh,
Come on
no,
now. Come on.
look,
Yeah.
you sure
Snake
he wasn't
eyes.
Asian? You sure he wasn't Asian?
Yeah. No, no.
Any
But
possibility he was Native
yeah.
American?
Yeah. Another mass shooting. So what does that tell you about the mentality of Americans? Are they just weak minded, or is that what it is with us? I'm asking people in the feed. Is it just that we're weak minded? Is that
Uh,
it?
no, I think we have this unique concept in America that everybody needs to be armed to protect themselves from the government and be a
Well, why are
militia
you armed? Why are you armed to the teeth?
because of crackers.
Okay, there's the answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
this white racist
Okay, so,
guys who want to run this
so
country.
the main thing about it, if you look at all the legislation that they were trying to get to make sure that we don't have automatic weapons and bump stocks, all of this shit that they shown like evidence that you don't need that. You don't need bump stocks. You don't need the kind of weaponry that is used for war, and they still will not go against the gun lobby. That's how strong the gun lobby is, Pedro. It's so strong, it punks them. As soon as they like every time they talk to them, a little bit of pee come out. And I
Yeah.
don't understand why government, Congress, with they bitch ass, and they act like little bitches. How come you can't just speak up? But then again, everybody's flip flopping right now. The media is sucking up to fucking Trump and not calling him on his bullshit or calling him on his lies. Um, right now they're trying to spin this as some kind of thing because of the Democrats, which I think is absurd. It's not that. It's just we're bad people. We're
Damani,
bad.
Damani Jones points out an important piece of this too. There's too much freedom, and I think when you say that, Damani Jones, it reminds me that it doesn't cost people anything to be stupid in this country. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. Like,
Well, I mean, look who we voted. Not we. No, I know I didn't, and I know Pedro didn't. Look who was voted into president. Look who is Time Magazine's Man of the Year. A convicted
again,
felon. Yeah, a convicted felon, a sexual abuser. I'm not gonna say rapist. A sexual abuser, because there was a lawsuit because they were calling him a rapist, even though it's under the terminology of rapist. Um, the end of the day, how are we supposed to make America great again? Is that their thing now? They make America great again by ventilating kids at schools?
well, Shane, there's just nothing you can do about it. Like Gina Emerson says, we got thoughts and prayers, and that should be enough. Just words up to the sky for the good Lord to hear.
Right.
Maybe one day He'll just stop all the bad people with
All right,
guns.
but this is the thing. I'm not going to go too religious because I know that Pedro's not into that. If I want to know, you believe the people in the feed, if you believe in God, what's he doing? What's he doing? Why is he allowing this to happen over and over again? You say, well, that's human beings making a choice. Well, the little kids that are getting ventilated aren't part of that choice. Why can't he just protect them more? And if you believe that God is the one doing it, God moves everything. I mean, it's a little bit of suspect going
Why
on.
didn't He just make us better? Like,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
We're a shit product. Like,
yeah. Why don't you just, if you see it's a defected on the fucking assembly line, send it back.
bro, just send it back.
Is that or is this a way of us thinning the herd? That's what somebody else said, which I think was kind of dark. They said we're thinning the herd. I'm a little nasally because I got a little bit of sniffles. But coming back from Killeen, Texas, man, it was way colder down there than I thought. But I'm just telling you right now, I don't know I'm going to look up while Pedro tells you how many mass shootings America has had this year. This year.
I bet you it's more than the number of days we've had this year. But it did kind of feel like, other than Trumpty Dumpty or something, that there hadn't been a mass shooting in a little while.
Right.
So, seemed like we were doing okay. But hey, got to end the year strong, right, America? Yeah, I really don't, get the thoughts and prayers thing. But like you said, Shang, it is really, it just comes down to money, right? Like, that's what capitalism has done. to our political system. It has bought out whatever soul was in it at all. And, all of these lobbies, but in this case, the gun lobby, they're able to throw enough money so that morality is just out the window, right? Like there's just like no moral consideration. And that's how you have these, like, especially conservative politicians out here who can't seem to fathom any way to slow gun violence like this. Like, because, like, as a gun owner, I wouldn't mind a more strenuous process. I really wouldn't. You know what I mean? None of the guns that I've purchased, I didn't need any of them today. You know what I mean? Or like that day.
Well, I have a problem with the, a little bit more restrictions because
But I mean, if you're just a sane person who wants to own guns for your own protection or whatever, if you made it up to this point without the gun, you probably don't need it today. And what would be wrong with background checking, everybody who wants to buy a gun to make sure, I don't know, you're not fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
well,
check
yeah.
your.
And here's some of the statistics. If you look at now Trump was voted in 2016, and if you look at it, it was 12 point, and then in 2022, 1,212. There's a lot of murder going on, but this is the mass shootings from 1982 to now. If you look back in the day, 2002, there wasn't any. What's that tell you?
And Bush was president then, you know what I'm saying? But
So
yeah, LG, you feel me? Like a background check, and that won't weed everybody out. Some people lose their mind while they own the guns, but also beyond that, training, maybe making that necessary.
no,
Because a lot of these guys seem to think that the gun is the solution.
they hold it sideways and they. Yeah, no, but if you could say training anyway, but you really don't need training when you have an automatic weapon that shoots bullets a centimeter apart. So the bottom line is, I'm talking about the guns that are mass destruction type guns, like you trying to get the most casualty as possible, not just something to protect your house. You want to protect your house, of course, and your home, your lady, your children, whatever the case may be. But come on, man. They got guns out there with the bump stocks, like it's like, and you don't even need to be able to aim. You could just point it in the direction, and everybody Swiss cheese.
Over Thanksgiving, I took my girl to the gun range in Vegas, and in the like, they have the one we went to has these like separate rooms that have like 4 lanes each. And in the room next door, all you heard was like it was like I was like, is that a grenade? Like we allow America.
You mean the grenade range?
But we allow Americans.
I would love to go do that. I'm gonna keep it real.
There was some black people in the stall right next to us in our room, and I didn't notice, but my girl, when we walked out, she was like, yeah, dude next to us was all sideways with the gun and shit. I'm like, bruh,
hey,
that's not
cornballs, because they're cornballs. They're menace to society cornballs. They watch the movie, it's stuck in their head. They think that's how you shoot, and that is the most inaccurate way of shooting. The bottom line is, this is how I feel about it. The bottom line is, government needs to step in, slaptastic Winchester and all these other big gun companies, and let them know you can't rock out this way no more. We're losing too many kids. And the thing that's creepy about it is, you notice a lot of these mass shooters go after schools and little kids. They don't go to the gun range and go pop off. Why don't they go to the gun range and pop off? Why don't they, while you are at the gun range, they know Pedro's at the gun range and they show up and then they shoot and they go, oh shit, he's shooting back. Oh shit. Oh shit.
They don't show up at the police station like Terminator looking for Sarah Connor, right?
Yeah.
They pick these soft, easy
these soft targets. Walmart's. The one dude that drove in Texas to Walmart to kill all the brown people. If you look in Milwaukee, the same shit. It was people shopping for food. You never go where there's like the Ninja Academy. They never show up there because
Go
it's
up
like,
to
hey, he's up on the roof, man. And then,
show up to Eagle Fang,
yeah,
try and fucking.
yeah, they never do that. It's so I think that most of the people that are mentally ill, because you got to be mentally ill to go in and start shooting up kids. Um, to me, maybe we need to talk about gun laws and mental illness and put them as a priority. But Trump is so busy trying to watch his ass and have his, Project 2025 agenda put in place because he just hired the top, fucking architect of it. That's all he cares about. He don't care about little kids. He don't care about nobody else. He wanted to get off of his fucking crimes and do as much crime as possible and put white supremacy in a position of power. That is it. Anybody else has said that? I don't know. And Breezy JJ, don't bring up the Lions.
Why you want to do that? Speaking
It,
of mass shootings, yeah, my Lions took an L yesterday, but for the first time in about 12 weeks. So
who'd they lose to?
Buffalo Bills. A lot of people think it was a preview of the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Steelers. The Steelers lost to Philly, so
Buffalo, that's a tough ass team, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Our defense was depleted and unable to stop them at all.
at all.
But with a game where it looked like it was going to get away from the Lions, they did fight back, man, and only ended up losing by 6.
Does
but
that change?
more importantly, I mean, we lost more players yesterday. Our number 1 running back, David Montgomery, looks like he's going to be out. Aleem McNeil back out again. So the defense is going to be hurt. I mean, it's going to be hurt. It's going to be tough to get through. Offense is going to have to click. But much like we had in Wisconsin, yesterday was a shootout. Also, Dan Campbell, love you, dog. You obviously are a better coach than me, but please don't go for an onside kick with 12 minutes left in the game when you're only down by 10 and then let them run it back to the 5-yard lane. I ain't never seen an onside kick be returned. Have y'all ever seen that?
I have.
Onside kick? Never.
Yes.
Never in my life.
The Chiefs have done it. I saw it 3 times with actually Tampa Bay. They did 3 in a row, which was a record. Like literally 3 in a row where they've done it. They returned it for touchdowns. Nicole H., I am leaving Texas alone. I just went and did Texas. And Killeen, Texas is different.
He could get guns in Texas, Nicole, but he can't bring them back to California.
I can get them in Arizona, though.
Can't bring them back here.
Well,
what you get, because California.
You know what?
Man, let me tell you this. Speaking of mental health and gun purchasing, I can't remember exactly which time, but one of the times I was going to pick up one of my purchases, there was literally a dude, a brother younger than me, who was like sitting in the chair in the corner waiting to pick his shit up too. But bro, he was literally sitting in the chair rocking, and he was just kind of talking to himself, saying shit like, "Yeah, man, I got my 9, I got my 12 gauge, I'm ready." You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I got this, I got that. And I was just like, y'all really about to hand this man. Yeah. His background check came back clear. So I'm like, well, let's get back in a week.
And they stopped me at the motherfucking counter.
Yeah. Shane, we don't have to ask you to wait outside, sir. Legally, you're not allowed to stay.
Yeah, it was kind of like surreal. He goes, "Hey man, you gotta be honest with me. You ain't had no problems from the past." I was like, "Nah, man, me and my ex, we didn't work out. We ain't talking about that." Oh shit, you mean, oh yeah. So I mean, my thing is, I'm gonna get a handgun illegally, and I'll say it on the show. And I wish a motherfucker would say something to me, because by that time I'll have the gun. I'm gonna get one legally or illegally, because fuck if I'm gonna let these snow fleas come up on me and all I got is my dick in my hand. Fuck that. Because they acting wackadoo. 4 of them, 4 MAGA jumped a brother in Tennessee. Jumped him and put him in the hospital. You know why? Because they were MAGA.
That's what they do.
Because he didn't salute their hat. They had the MAGA hat on. He didn't salute it. And, he was a nigga. He was like a nigga, like even more nigga than all the niggas of niggerdom. And he was like, get the fuck out my face. And they jumped him. So now
Yep.
they got caught. They're going to jail. They're going to jail. But the bottom line is that's how rah rah and Trump's win has given them this license to feel
Emboldened.
emboldened to feel like they could just do whatever. And I do think, unfortunately, there's going to be more mass shootings because of the volatileness that Trump and his whole crew bring.
Yeah, man. Speaking of volatile, Nicole H says Wyoming at the gas station too. Meaning you can get a gun at a gas station in Wyoming.
I
Listen,
love it.
what is it with gas stations handing out dangerous shit? Like, you know, you could like get matches at a gas station. I'm like, whose idea was this? Like to hand out, you know, what I'm saying like matches at the most flammable place on the block.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? The sales
That's
on
big tobacco, right?
right, but
Like
that's
when the people buy the cigarettes, they probably give them the matches. It's like, yeah, we want people to smoke our product while they're pumping gas, and if they blow their face up and you know, and half the
I
block.
mean, they sell lighters. They sell those little things you do for the charcoal. I
I know.
mean, I
I mean, selling a lighter is different than giving away free matches at a flame shop, like at a gas station. I'm like, why would you do that? Oh well. Well, it's just why would you sell guns there either? But who? Hey, it's
now
America, baby.
let me ask the people in the feed. Even though I'm being the harbinger of evil, I think there's going to be more mass shootings now because of Trump. I think that the climate of how he feels like they could do whatever, the climate of white supremacy, because it is absolutely rooted in white supremacy. I'm debating back and forth with this dude on Instagram because I made a comment about Trump being an incoherent piece of shit, and he was like saying to me like violent shit, and I was like, how come they don't flag him? But if I say one thing back, they go undo. They're giving them a license, man, to feel like they could do whatever. They're already after Black Pedro in two fucking levels. Pedro, Black. They're after you, man.
I know I'm on the list.
There's tiers of getting you for the. Yeah, you're definitely on the list.
Remember now, we did do a story last week entitled "White People, Please Don't Get Your Ass Whooped." So while you might feel emboldened to behave in certain ways and act out, you could end up with size 10 and a half Nikes halfway down your throat. Okay, that's my shoe size. If you didn't get what I was saying.
Well, I think they got it.
Okay.
But I think that another mass shooting. Luckily, there wasn't as many. I don't think there was any fatalities. But the bottom line is, these kids scarred for life. They're never going to be the same. Never, 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 never. So what I'm saying to the people that are in power, the people in the position, and the people that are watching this show in the feed, we need to make sure our voice is heard and go against them as much as possible. Don't let this fucking win by Trump let you sit back on your laurels. And I don't know what the fuck a laurel is,
Yeah.
but or I thought it was a girl, like a laurel. So how many people have been sitting on laurel where they made a saying that said, "Don't sit back on your laurels"? She complained, put a petition, and people were like, "Please don't sit on laurels."
Maybe it was maybe it's something that they originally had to say to Hardy.
Right.
You know, Laurel and Hardy, and they were like, Hardy, don't stop sitting on Laurel, dog. You
Right.
got your own chair over here. Yeah. So you're definitely right, Shang, and I don't even think it'll be because of Trumpty Dumpty, but in general, America just has this culture of violence, a propensity to hand out guns to any and everybody who wants one, pretty much, and then you know we put out like we don't really talk about you know the role that media and entertainment plays in this mass shooting culture that is unique to America. Because when we look back at really sort of the first one,
What?
the first mass shooting that we're really like kind of aware of that shocked the nation, Tracy Jenkins, welcome to it. 10 jumping jacks for being late, though. That's the fee you got to pay. But you know that very first shooting, y'all remember it? Columbine, right? Where the kids dressed in all black And they kind of looked like that scene from a movie, a Leonardo DiCaprio movie called Basketball Diaries, where he has a fantasy and he's dressed in a long black trench coat, all black, and he comes into his classroom and just starts blasting his classmates and teacher and everybody away. In the movie, it was just a fantasy, but clearly those Columbine shooters were influenced by that. And I think since then and throughout all time in terms of our or at least in like contemporary entertainment, we have this man with a gun solves all problems, and they're always named John, right? Like John Wick and dude, who's the other one? There's a bunch of Jack Ryans, and it's a J, a John, a Jack, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Jack.
It's real basic names, but at the end of the day, if you look at the different movies that him influenced it, that is the culture of America. Guns. We got more guns than we got motherfucking. We got more guns than we got fucking people.
How was the West won? You know what I'm saying? They say the Winchester is what won the West in America. Not diplomacy, not kindness, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any kind
hey,
of
why don't you sit down and talk with him? No, fuck that. Not if I got a gun, man.
Shoot them all. Shoot them all.
Oh, how many people have been shot? They say, well, you can't handguns. How many people have been shot? Mass shootings with handguns. No, anybody? No, but we're talking about weapons of war.
It's typically an assault rifle, yeah.
It is the AK. Is the AK? Is the AK-47?
Well, that's a type of AR, assault rifle.
Okay, well, it's basically the AR weapon, but an AK-47, which is the one. And then they try to bring it back on black people, saying black people kill more people, mass shootings. That's not true. We got to start calling out these fucking lies. Trump didn't win by a large mandate. It was under 2%. So make sure that's said. And fuck the media for not saying shit about it when he had this press conference. I was sitting there going, so y'all ain't gonna say this motherfucker's lying? Oh, I hate y'all. Stick a fork in your forehead. But right now, mass shootings are done primarily by that type of weapon. So if you know that, why don't you limit or make it harder for people to get it? Will you do that? Fuck no. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to get some nunchucks.
Speaking of lies, man, we'll move on because we're not going to solve America's mass shooting problem today. But we do want to highlight that, especially to our legislators out there, you are full of shit if you cannot come up with any comprehensive gun control. But speaking of lies, the past, 4 years or so, the GOP and Trumpers and MAGAites have lived off of the big lie that Joseph Robinette Biden stole the 2020 election. But it turns out that there was an even bigger lie going on. And I'm going to go ahead and play this little video for you. And we'll figure out what the bigger lie was.
Former FBI informant is now admitting he made up a claim that President Biden and his son Hunter accepted millions of dollars in bribes from Ukraine.
I'm shocked.
Alexander Smirnov is now pleading guilty to a range of federal charges.
Yeah.
Back in 2020, Smirnov spread the brazen lie that the owner of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma had arranged to pay $5 million in bribes to both President Biden and his son. The claim was leaked to Republicans who made the lie the centerpiece of their now defunct effort to impeach the president.
I mean, Arnold the Pig tried
Think about this,
to
guys.
tell Comer over and over again. But there were so many of these
Anyone else
things.
covering this?
Like, again, and they kept saying the lies would come, and they would call the lies smoke. Everybody kept lying. So, there's smoke about this. And it all leads back to Joe Biden getting a payoff. There's a reason there was never fire, because they were lies.
Yeah, their key witnesses were going to be someone who now is admitted to making up the whole thing, or international fugitive.
Right.
These are people with deep credibility issues. They were never able to provide any evidence, but that didn't matter.
Republicans didn't care.
They didn't care. There was never any attempt to get evidence. They said, well, it didn't look good.
Yeah.
And they would have the hearings with explicit efforts to politically damage the president.
Oh,
So
no way.
I don't know how you gonna have your lead witness your whole case based on a man whose last name is a cheap ass vodka. Okay, Alexander Smirnoff. I trust Jack Daniels more than I
Yeah.
trust Alexander Smirnoff. You know what I'm saying?
I trust
Maker's
Boone
Mark.
Farms. I'll go with Boone Farms. Let me tell you something. The bottom line is they knew it was a lie. The media condoned it. The Democrats didn't fight hard enough to fucking put it out there because they're a bunch of pussies. Oh, slack-jawed pussies, just like the media. Spineless bitches. Everybody in the feed, y'all owe me money still because Trump ain't going to jail and ain't been in jail. And I want my motherfucking money. All right? Oh, your grandmother's sick? Fuck you, pay me. Okay? Oh, my foot hurts. Limp your ass over here. Fuck you, pay me.
You got back pain? Fuck you.
Fuck you, pay me. The bottom line is everybody knew that it was bullshit. That's why they couldn't do nothing. And yet they say the Republicans didn't care. No, Americans didn't care because that's why they voted this lying, corrupt, cheating, sexual abusing, fraudster felon into office. And fuck y'all forever. And I mean forever. Wherever forever is, once you get there, keep going.
Yeah. And just so you know, man, it just to be, I like to be as accurate as possible. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. It wasn't Americans, but a slim majority, which is ironic to say because most of the people I'm talking about are not slim at all. You are fat pieces of hunks of snow poo.
And I can tell you, no, I'm telling you right now, watch what happens.
Turn white.
What happens. She said how many people are covering it. Watch, maybe 2. And you know what we're going to be seeing? We're going to see, hey, Craven the movie bombed this weekend. Well, I want to know about the other shit. But Craven didn't do well. Yeah, can we talk about the fucking corrupt, lying fugitive that said, nope. Craven, wow, Marvel's really putting up a lot of fucking bricks.
Now, if this ain't some backwards ass hypocritical shit, I don't know what is, because they tried for all this time to pimp some bribery scheme on Joseph Robinette and his son Hunter. Meanwhile, right now, Trump is actively tweeting out or Xing out or truthing out that any American or company that is willing to invest $1 billion in America will have all of their paperwork and background shit and anything expedited. This man is blatantly saying you can buy me. You can buy
he's always been
the
that
EA,
way.
you could buy the FCC, you could whatever just give me $1 billion and I'll approve your shit.
Hey man, he should have went to jail for the emoluments clause, which he didn't do. But he was fucking using it. The motherfucker's still selling watches. He's selling watches and commemorative coins and shit. And nobody sees this dude as a grifter. By the way, anybody that supports this motherfucker, fuck y'all all. I'm so past it. If any comics in the green room do that, I'm gonna turn the green room into a red room. I'm sick of it.
Boom. Listen, this motherfucker Trumpty Dumpty is selling a cologne called Fight, 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 because that's what you're gonna have to do to keep yourself from throwing up when you smell it. Okay.
Yeah.
It probably smells like toothless Texans and goddamn Kentucky sweat.
Toothless Texans.
And Kentucky sweat.
How do toothless Texans? I was just in Texas, and there was a lot of toothlessness.
They smell like cattle dung. Listen, I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone, and you can see that these white people stank through the screen. Okay,
wow. I heard it was a good show.
Yeah, no, it actually is good.
Right now I'm watching Reacher. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, I need to catch up on that.
Oh my goodness. I'm watching Reacher.
That nigga kicked a car and made the fucking airbag pop. I was like, all right.
No, he's definitely a thumper. But I'm gonna tell you right now, do you think that the media is going to put this out there front and center, or you think they're going to bury it? 9 out of 10 times, because the media is a bunch of bitches. Like, they're a bunch of bitches. They the type of people, if you was getting jumped and you was there with your boy, you'd leave him to get jumped.
Well, here's the thing, right? the clip we showed was from Morning Joe, very, very popular show on MSNBC.
Well, they kind of suckers too because they went and kissed a ring in Mar-a-Lago, so they could suck a donkey dick too.
Yeah, but in this case, they are putting this story out. But any of these things we talk about where we're like, we all knew it was bullshit and blah, blah, blah. It's like, actually, they don't. Like the people who need to hear stuff like this are not watching anything like that. OAN just hired Matt Gaetz to be a pundit on their fucking network or whatever, right? Like, do you think Matt Gaetz is going to be spitting out truthful, informative stories to
Yes.
the listen? Okay. His truthful, informative stories will be how to lure girls to your condo.
He's gonna be talking about how sundresses smell on little girls.
Yeah, he's like the right candy for the right situation. So yeah, the way information is disseminated, there will be sources talking about this for sure, but none of the people that need to hear it, who need to understand this and know this, will ever get that. And if they do, they've already learned or been taught or trained, like the monkeys that they are.
Oh yeah, well,
believe MSNBC, CNN, Wall Street Journal, the Times, and none of that, right? Like
they're all in the bag with Trump because they're all suckers and spineless. I want to show you how dumb MAGA is. This is MAGA just don't get it, don't know what's really going on. And this is a thing I video from about immigration, and it made me realize these motherfuckers don't care about no actuality, truth, none of that.
How much do you think undocumented immigrants pay into the tax system every year?
Zero.
Nothing.
Probably nothing. Undocumented, I would guess zero. And why would they pay anything?
My guess is nothing.
Since they're undocumented, $0.
$100.
$100. 2022, they paid $96 billion into Social Security and Medicare, just undocumented.
I really don't know what to say about it.
2022, they paid $96 billion into the Social Security Medicare system.
It seems ludicrous that there would be that kind of money coming in.
You are 100% right. Given everything we've heard, it sounds absurd. It sounds insane, just like an alternate reality, right? It runs counter to the entire narrative that we've been getting the past several years.
Who do you, the government?
The undocumented immigrants, they paid into the system. They pay it into the system.
Okay.
So through ITN number.
So undocumented immigrants?
Undocumented immigrants. They pay Medicare, they pay Social Security. They don't get Social Security.
Right, but they pay into it.
They pay
Honestly,
into
I
it.
wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
He's a dumb motherfucker.
That's the same dude who didn't understand what tariffs would do. He makes T-shirts and didn't understand till the end what that meant. But yeah, so, and for those who might not understand it still, even watching that video, do you get a paycheck? You ever look at it? There are certain item lines where money's just coming out your check, right? It'll tell you, how the gross versus the net, right? And
They don't get it.
feels gross when you see how much slipped through that net. But Medicare, Social Security, that just comes out of your check. And undocumented workers still receive paychecks.
Right.
That
So
it comes out like any other place, but they don't get the services, right?
the reason that I've showed that is because I was just an example. Even when you talk about the situation with Biden and it's all full of shit, is they don't care about the facts. So we got to be more double down on the facts as much as possible. Look how ignorant these people were, not knowing that that money was going into American pockets that they've wasted. They've wasted. They're talking about building another wall, which is going to be another multi-billion-dollar fucking more than multi. I forget how much they said. It could cost a 500 million to just start. I think it was 500 million. So you got to think about that, knowing that every person that ever fucking analyzed this said it will not work. A wall will not work. They will make ladders taller.
And beyond that, you're going to quickly learn that those forces are needed.
Oh, you think that's? Oh yeah. Once they deport a lot of people, and strawberries are $400. Yeah, I mean strawberry will be $400. Yeah, it's gonna be a shit show.
I already explained how immigrants, undocumented immigrants, pay taxes. Right, like it comes out of their check. I work with undocumented people. I really do. They get a paycheck just like I do. The money comes out of their check just like it comes out of mine.
And it's the same shit.
It can't go.
They're liars. You know what?
Security.
7JF should be. I want to make it even more where we change the name to 7JF, motherfuckers. Like
7JF MF.
Yeah, just make it even more because I am so tired of the bullshit. I'm so tired of some of these politicians trying to reach across the aisle and my esteemed colleague and all that other stuff. We need somebody raw dog. I don't know who's going to run for president next time, but they better be raw dog if they're going to go against a fucking snake like JD Vance. That fucking snake. If you hear a noise right now, that's him scraping his back against a rock so he can get new skin. He's a fucking liar, and he's the one that called the whole calling him Hitler. That was JD Vance that started that.
Yeah, of course.
You motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
I'm not sure what medication you forgot to take today, but nobody really chooses to pay taxes, right? Like,
what are you talking about?
You just get taxed. And then at the end of the year, when tax season, you file taxes and maybe you owe more, maybe they owe you back. But the government, state and federal, takes money, even city takes money out of your check.
FICA.
That is paying taxes.
You know what FICA is?
Insulting you because you keep asking the same fucking question over and over, and I fucking answered it already. So it's fucking annoying.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
I'm insulting you because you deserve it, YT.
Right. And
Whitey.
Okay, all I'm saying to y'all is get guns, build forts. Let's get ready to knuckle up. That's what's going to happen in this world. I think America is showing its ass. Some of the people that Trump is hiring for the Legion of Doom is going to be fucking crazy. I think Gabby's going to get through. I think the dude from Fox, Hyger or the Hindelberg, what's his name? The guy that was insulting women and his own mother. Hexef. I thought it was Hindenburg. Well, whatever it is, I got close. It was with an H. I just think that at the end of the day, if you don't know the next 4 years is knuckle up time, if you don't know that inflation's gonna go through the fucking roof, if you don't know that, use a dummy. And anybody that watches the show, maybe not the people that's in the feed right now, anybody that watches this show later, you might as well get ready. You better start saving your money, putting some money in a savings account, because guess what? Shit gonna get real thick. It's gonna get real thick.
Yep.
Anyway, shout out to Chris Rock for a really good set on the Saturday Night Live. You got to check it out. He had a really good set.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, speaking of shit getting thick, the lies that the GOP tells are about as thick as a concrete sandwich. And you know, this one has been exposed. Like you said, Shane, we knew it.
We knew it.
They will never know that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, these people aren't going to get this type of information. But yeah, just get prepared for another 4 years at least of a hypocritical, lie-filled, bullshit ass roller coaster that we're about to go on here in America.
If you hear the commercials where you hear a bunch of big wheel trucks and welcome to Lie Fest, and it's gonna be, you know, we'll be lying 24/7. Get your tickets now. That's what's gonna happen.
It's Saturday. Psych, we're lying. It's Sunday. Psych, it's actually gonna be Monday.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's at 7:00. Oops, we're wrong. It's at 8:00. We got you.
Joe, we never even planned an event.
There won't be no event.
Already. Fuck you.
You'll pay your tickets. You'll get there. There will be nothing there, suckers.
You'll be trapped in the desert for hours with no buses to pick you up.
I was great. I was like, I'm not saying that I want old white people to suffer, but I really felt good about old white people suffering. I felt like
If you were supporting Trump, yes. I
I just
really
felt
wish
like,
people had died in the desert. Like,
wow.
yeah, definitely.
I said suffer, he said die, and flagged again.
Well, it was just a wish.
It's a wish. A
Like
wish is different than, and yeah, okay. I
a
still feel like,
mandate or an order or something like that. No.
okay, Gina. No, I didn't.
Did we see Rachel Maddow's documentary on Liv Parnas? No, I missed that one.
Guess what? I'll check it out now. Thank you for the information, Gina. And by the way, everybody that's on the feed, thank y'all for rocking with us, Savage AF. We appreciate y'all more than you know. And a lot of y'all and there's a few of y'all that I think deserve hands, but not all of y'all. Just a few of y'all.
Some of y'all deserve feet.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a foot sandwich right there. But I want to let y'all know in 2025 we're going to be making a lot of changes to Savage AF. Make sure you follow us over. We're going to have a Patreon. We're going to have all of that stuff. So we're going to be taking the show to another level. Make sure that you still follow us. And we're leveling up, and we need you to make sure that you level up with us because we're in a country that is absolutely not the brightest. So we need the brightest and the best from you. Okay. So make sure that you know that. Follow us now and subscribe to the channel, and you'll feel better about your life. You'll have stronger orgasms. Your family will love you more. I'm telling you, subscribe to the channel now.
You'll be able to buy your kids the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's your show for today, guys. I don't know what else to say for you guys. That was Monday, December 16th, 2024. Black Pedro comedian show. Yeah, we do stay flagged, girl.
That's crazy because it's true. I wish I could say, no, we don't. Who you calling flag? Oh, yeah, we do be flagged a lot. So we'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m.
Savage AF is savage, always flagged.
Yeah, that's what it stands for because, goddamn. I mean,
but we'll be back tomorrow, flags or not. Well, I guess if there's flags, we won't be. But I think we made it through today. Savage AF, man. Fuck
we'll see.
Facts matter. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, in between time, just a couple of tidbits of knowledge. If you are white and you voted for Donald Trump, you are racist. And if you are black and you voted for Donald Trump, you is dumb.
Dumb.
Savage AF, we out.